Country in flames as the United States and Russia once again looking across a divide. The Cold War now a deadly tug of war. And these images are the faces of Ukrainian people caught in the middle. At least 70 people killed and counting. An unremitting duel between protesters who say they want Western freedom and police enforcing the alliance with Russia and Russia's President Vladimir Putin and all that he represents. Tonight, inside the White House, President Obama and his team have to decide whether to take action. So let's start now with ABC's Alex Marquardt on the ground for us in Kiev tonight. Alex.
Good evening, Diane. Kiev is very tense tonight. Trouble is spreading all across the country, and no one knows what will happen next. The battle lines have now been drawn that involve the future of more than just one country.
It is a bloody battlefield. Everywhere we went, evidence of the horror. The people telling us they're willing to die for their rights, for the freedom they crave, the freedoms Americans enjoy.
Basic rules of all what you have and all what you're fighting for 200 years ago. We're fighting for this today.
At midnight last night, a truce was announced, a glimmer of hope. But by 9:30 a.m., all hopes were dashed by the sounds of this. Gun battles raging in the center of a city just a 3-hour flight from London. From our hotel window, we could see the deadly work of snipers on both sides, coldly picking off their opponents, one by one by one. Bullets then flew into our hotel window.
I was just sitting over on that side of the room working on my laptop when suddenly there was a loud bang, glass shattered everywhere. I hit the floor, and when I turned around, I saw bullet holes in the wall.
1 p.m., the death toll climbing. The lobby of our hotel transformed from this into this, a bloody field hospital. Check-in desks, carpets, now used by medics fighting to save lives.
Are you surprised at the level of violence?
Yes, I'm terrified of that. I don't know. Again, I saw it in Ukraine. It is something terrible.
Ukraine sits at a crossroads. Once part of the Soviet Union, today it is the front line between Putin's Russia to the east and the pull of Europe and America to the west. Demonstrators want the freedoms of the West. Their president, accused of corruption and abuses, wants the protection of Putin. The day's victims were carried through crowds of weeping mourners who chanted, "Heroes."
Lots of emotion, lots of tears here in this crowd as the protesters stop for a moment of silence to remember those who were killed today.
But tonight, despite the bloodshed, galvanizing symbols. And a Ukrainian skier in Sochi saying she would not compete as her people die.
And Diane, word late tonight that the White House is readying a package of sanctions in response to this violence. Those sanctions will target specific individuals the White House believes are responsible. Those sanctions could be in place as early as tonight. Diane?
And joining forces with the Europeans on possible sanctions. Thank you so much, Alex Marquardt, on the ground for us in Ukraine.